It's over!
He's done it again! Unbelievable!
Oh, straight into the roof of the net.
Nice one.
Straight down the middle. So, a good performance from both teams.
Hi, you're watching Firstpost. I am Gursshheen Gahllen. Let's get started. On the show today, the Asia Cup 2025 didn't wait for the first ball to create fireworks. It began with a controversy at the captain's press conference in Dubai. What should have been a routine photo op turned into a full-blown handshake row. India skipper Suryakumar Yadav is now facing heat for shaking hands with Pakistan captain Salman Agha and PCB chief Mohsin Naqvi. We cut through the noise and bring you the real story behind the drama. Next up, Spain crushed Turkey in the World Cup qualifiers over the weekend. But what should have been a night of pure celebration for La Roja turned into a nightmare twist. Their wonder kid Lamine Yamal, fresh off a dazzling performance, lost his passport, leaving Spanish football officials scrambling. For all his brilliance, this incident is a reminder Yamal may be a prodigy, but he is still a teenager at heart. All that and much more coming up, but first, here are the top headlines in Sports 360. Starting with football, Portuguese maestro Cristiano Ronaldo reached another milestone. Ronaldo scored a goal in Portugal's 3-2 win over Hungary, taking his tally to 39 goals in World Cup qualifiers. CR7 is now the joint highest scorer in the history of the event. Moving to cricket, Afghanistan kicked off their Asia Cup campaign with a 94-run win over Hong Kong. Batting first, Sadiqullah Atal with his 73-run knock powered Afghanistan to 188. In reply, Hong Kong were restricted to 94 runs. Gulbadin Naib and Fazal Haq Farooqi picked 2 wickets each. Meanwhile, Ahmedabad's Narendra Modi Stadium is likely to host the 2026 World Cup final. The venue also hosted the 2023 ODI World Cup finale, which India lost. If Pakistan qualifies for the final, the match will be moved to Colombo. The 10th edition of the event will jointly be hosted by India and Sri Lanka. Reports say the event will begin on the 7th of February. On to tennis, the Davis Cup tie between Canada and Israel will be played behind closed doors. No fans will be allowed for the weekend fixture owing to security concerns. The decision was taken in consultation with tennis's international governing body. Sporting events involving Israel have seen protests recently. And summing it up with chess, Indian Grandmaster Gukesh Dommaraju suffered a second consecutive defeat at the Grand Swiss. He was defeated by Greek Grandmaster Nicholas Theodorou in just 47 moves. With 2 losses in 6 rounds, Gukesh has now slipped to 53rd position on the points table. The battle for Asia kicked off even before a single ball was bowled. And no, it wasn't a 6, a wicket or even a toss. It was a handshake row, involving none other than the captains of India and Pakistan. India skipper Suryakumar Yadav is suddenly in the line of fire. And the big question, could this entire controversy have been avoided? 8 captains, 1 stage, 1 press conference, but the spotlight, as always, was only on India and Pakistan. Because when the biggest rivals of world cricket share space, every move is scrutinized. India ranked Asia's #1 side, Pakistan the so-called second. But let's not poke that wound too early, right? Because naturally, every question, every camera zoomed in on them. And the drama unfolded not during the presser, but after it. As soon as briefing ended, Pakistan captain Salman Agha walked off. No handshake, no greeting, just a straight exit. Meanwhile, Sky went about doing what captains usually do. Shaking hands with the others, hugging Rashid Khan, exchanging smiles. It was a deja vu, a reply of the SEO summit. An Indian leader at the centre of attention, a Pakistani one fading in the backdrop. And then realization struck Ali Agha. The optics were terrible, so he stood waiting awkwardly on the sidelines until the customary handshake finally happened. That moment lit the fuse. Fans erupted, questioning why did Sky need to shake hands with Pakistan's captain. But local journalists clarified it was exactly what it looked like, a fleeting formal courtesy. But the drama wasn't done. Another clip started trending. Sky exchanging pleasantries with Pakistan's Interior Minister and PCB Chief Mohsin Naqvi. Clearly, the outrage grew louder. How could India's captain be seen with Pakistan's political face in cricket? But here's the problem though. Mohsin Naqvi is not just a Pakistani politician. He's also the chairman of the Asian Cricket Council, the very body hosting this tournament. Can the captain of India snub the chief of the organizing committee in full public view? That too, when BCCI has already cleared the team's participation. The truth is simple. If India is here to play, the players cannot operate in isolation. They are bound by protocol. Let's also not forget the Pakistan captain himself approached Sky. Surya didn't go looking for him. He just took the high road, shook hands and moved on. So why drag cricketers into firestorms they never asked for? Because here's the reality. The India-Pakistan clash is happening on September 14th. The two captains will meet anyway, not on a stage, but on the battlefield. That's where Sky and his men will deliver their reply. Not with handshakes, but with boundaries, yorkers and wickets. So let's be clear. The press conference handshake wasn't a scandal. It was a mere courtesy. The real fireworks will be at the Asia Cup clash, where India's captain and his team will let their cricket do the talking. Barcelona's wonder kid Lamine Yamal is in the headlines again. But this time, not for his goals, not for his assists, not even for lifting trophies. It's for something far more ordinary, a missing passport. Spain demolished Turkey 6-0 in their World Cup qualifier. But instead of soaking in the glory, Yamal sparked panic in Spanish football circles. Because after the game, the teenager couldn't find his passport. On the pitch, he plays like a seasoned veteran. But off it, this was a reminder he's still just 18. A grown-up in football boots, but a teenager everywhere else. And truth be told, this isn't the first time Yamal has shown us his human side. Behind the prodigy is still a kid figuring out life. Our next report brings you softer human side of the football machine.
From 2023 to early 2025, Spanish winger Lamine Yamal went from a prodigy to a champion footballer. Be it La Liga or international fixtures, Yamal became the headline act in world football. He scored goals, turned matches on his own and lifted trophies. With the ball at his feet, he looked less like a teenage talent and more like a seasoned campaigner. But as soon as Yamal turned 18, it almost feels like the Wonder Kid finally got his official license. The license, well, to show us his teenage side. And the latest incident? It was straight out of a high school comedy. After running riot in Spain's 6-0 win over Turkey in the World Cup qualifiers, Yamal lost his ticket back home. Not a plane ticket, not a digital QR code error, but the most important travel document of all. His passport. The boy who had defenders chasing shadows was suddenly chasing his own paperwork. He searched his bag like airport security on a random check, but instead of finding it, all he got was an error 404. Passport not found. From Wonder Kid to Worried Kid, all in one night. Yamal was left fuming as he boarded the team bus, empty-handed and embarrassed. The only silver lining? When you're Spain's golden boy, special treatment always comes your way. But the incident was a timely reminder, for all the maturity he shows on the pitch, off it, he's still 18. And this isn't the first time his teenager side has shown up. Earlier this year, his 18th birthday bash made headlines. A grand celebration, but also a storm of controversy. Why? Because he invited dwarfs to perform at the party, a move slammed as offensive and tone-deaf. Then there's Yamal's love life, another tabloid favorite. Like most teenagers, he's keeping it complicated. Not officially committed, not officially single. Maybe he's still searching for the right tag. And here's the funny part. His social media tells its own story. Scroll through his feed and you'll see the same mix every teenager has. Some football glory, some flashy cars and memes. Because yes, even the next Messi double taps TikTok reels at midnight. But here's the kicker. The more teenage moments Yamal gives us, the more relatable he becomes. A reminder that footballers aren't superheroes, they're human. They lose passports, make party blunders, scroll Instagram and stress about love lives, just like the rest of us. So while Lamine Yamal may already be Spain's future on the pitch, off it, he's still learning the basics of adulthood. Maybe Barcelona should guard his passport as carefully as they guard their midfield. Because at the end of the day, he's not just a prodigy carrying a nation's hopes, he's also an 18-year-old who just misplaced his homework.
And finally, it's time for Last Serve. Bolivia stunned the football world by defeating Brazil 1-0. And with that historic win, they have booked their place in the 2026 playoffs. A landmark moment for the nation as they keep their World Cup dream alive. What followed were unforgettable celebrations across the country. From the streets to the stadiums, Bolivia lived its night of glory. We bring you the very best visuals from this historic triumph. Take a look. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us. I am Gursshheen Gahllen and we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Until then, stay informed and stay tuned to Firstpost.